Right, Ronald Koeman has demanded signings. He's got as far as to even name check you. Is he director of football or is he head of recruitment, Steve Walsh? What role is he?
Yeah.
One of them.
One of them. Both of them. Both of them.
That's like, is he just swinging his dick around because he's got that kind of power at the club, or is he playing a political game?
Koeman.
Because Koeman, sorry,
I don't think
because
he's.
when you come out and mention
the
guy whose job it is to sign players.
I think that's bollocks. I think that's been spun by the local knobheads at the Echo. Yeah, just knobheads. No, just don't have enough to say local, do I? No. Just knobheads. I think that's been spun by them. I don't know why. But the beef is with the people who sign the checks, isn't it? And at the end of the day, the people who sign the checks are on the board. Bill Kenwright, Robert Elston, two people who shouldn't have jobs because they're really bad at what they do.
Like the royal family.
Basically, that's what those two are. See, Elston on Saturday gave me a really dirty look.
Really?
And I was made up. And I was thinking, I've got under your skin. It's very orange.
No idea how we could have
It's very
managed to do that.
orange skin, by the way, as well. Yeah, and Koeman's right. For the first time in 20-odd years, a manager stood up in the press and said, this is a joke. I expected signings, they're not yet. We're out the FA Cup when we could have had players in there. And he actually brought Ronald Koeman on the pitch to just show how shit our squad is. I mean, how bad does your squad have to be if you're bringing Ronald Koeman on?
Yeah. Just to give you some context for this, he said he wants major improvements in the squad. He said, I have that in mind, and the board knows because we speak together about what the team needs, and that's the job of Steve Walsh. I hope everyone realises what the team needs to get results that are the expectation of this football club. And I think a lot of this comes down to, there was an article I was reading about this, and Leicester, they used it as an example, as they identified this midfielder he wants to buy, didn't he? It was showing up like a month before the window. Yeah. So he came in when the deadline, or the transfer deadline was lifted, and he played in the game and apparently played quite well, and yet Everton are still floundering around, haven't bought no one.
Musa, who scored the 2 goals on Saturday, he was signed by Steve Walsh. That was his job. That's what he does. And yeah, you're absolutely right. Everton should have had these players sewn up weeks ago, like actual professional football clubs do. But we're in the second week, and our number one target is Morgan Schneiderlin, and we're still haggling over a couple of million quid. Well, honest to God.
Mourinho's come out and said that they haven't received anything like the valuations of the players. You know, Mourinho gets to be full-on King Dingling on this one, doesn't he? Because he's got Depay sat there and Schneiderlin, and he knows they're not going to play for him, but he also knows that Man United can afford to throw a few million quid around if they want to.
I mean, you've just nailed it, mate. I don't know if there's an opinion you want.
Thanks for turning up.
I mean, I'm here.
But you look great.
I just look pretty, don't I? But you pretty much nailed it there.
Yeah. I think I can understand where the frustrations come from Everton fans. Like, you think, the last day of the transfer window, I mean, they couldn't even sign Moussa Sissoko. It was all...
How's he doing, by the way?
He had a good game the other week.
How's he doing?
Did have one good
30
game.
million quid,
how's
he doing?
Do you know, you know better than us, Brad, but...
I know you were giggling your tits off when Moussa Sissoko went, weren't you?
I still can't believe it now. 30 million. I kind of... like, that is... Because at least Andy Carroll, when we offloaded him, nobody really knew what was going to happen. He sort of looked the part. Moussa Sissoko never looked the part.
I'm not sure what part
he never looked.
I would
4 good games in the Euros, mate. See you later. 30 million. Thank you.
Days.
I'll take 2.
Yeah, I kind of feel like we might have been stitched up a little bit, but the
massively, yeah.
Well, like in 3 games in, I was saying on our podcast, the
nice plug.
The Fighting Cock podcast.
I've got
download
a podcast
that
as well, mate. It's great.
All of True Geordie. Anyone from True Geordie?
Nice one.
I've had a podcast, but it's old media now, so I fucked it off.
Yeah. Oh, mate, that's new media. This is where all the money's going. Anyway, but we said, what the fuck was I talking about?
Sissoko.
Sissoko, yeah. I said that he will never. I don't think he'll ever play for Spurs again. Like 3 games in, he's shit.
Yeah.
But he has come into it a little bit more, and
he's more of like a runner.
He just creates
He's not really
chaos.
supposed to have a football there. It's sort of, it's an inconvenience to him. It's like, if football was played without a ball, Sissoko would be one of the best players going, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah, just getting it back to Everton, because we could literally sit here and slag off Moussa Sissoko all day long, and that would be hilarious. Yeah, do Gini Wijnaldum's good though, thanks for
that. At home, he's pretty good. Away,
he's good for us, he's fine.
Have you ever criticised a Liverpool player ever?
Yeah, all the time.
Like,
is he not a grey man?
In public, I've never heard you say.
Is he not does he not disappear for you in games? Like, because when I was watching, I would find games where I'd be like, is Gini even on? Like, you just wouldn't see him for so long. Does he turn up? Like, is he involved in the play? Or?
Yeah, he's brilliant. He's like central to how we play.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
What kind of player would you liken him to? Because there's nobody I was able to compare him to. He never touched the ball until he scored.
He's weird. He's I don't know. He's a slightly more defensive version of Adam Lallana, in that he does a lot of box-to-box stuff. He's got a great touch. He links play. I don't know how to describe it. We've never really had players like that.
Are we going to rename this fucking video? Because honest to God, who gives a fuck?
Oh, sorry, Everton anyway. I was getting back, and then we were talking about.
I've got one thing to say about Everton actually.
Do Newcastle hate Everton as much as Everton hate Newcastle?
No, I'm sort of perplexed by that. But the Everton thing, kind of unlucky that Balassi got injured.
Yeah.
30 million, unfortunate.
Yeah, no, really unlucky.
Really.
I've lost
It's not
sleep
like
over
it's not like they haven't spent money though. Ken Wright spent 25 million on.
It's not his money.
Balassi,
It's
innit?
not his money.
All right. But
It's fucking
what more
it's
do you
fucking
want?
one of Arsenal's shareholders' money.
What do you want from your chairman if it ain't to spend money?
I
on
want
transfers?
him to go away
Why?
and produce fucking petticoats and dreamboats or whatever it's fucking called.
What do you want from
I mean,
a chairman?
Blood Brothers is a marvellous musical, but I don't give a fuck about running my club because he hasn't done anything for 20 odd years.
Do you think Memphis and Schneiderlin would be like the answer? Would that be?
No,
like
Schneiderlin is the number one target. So whether that's got nothing. Like I always think to myself, it's when people go, "Oh, I wouldn't pay 30 million." It's not my fucking money.
Yeah.
I'm not
I
interested.
agree
Do you know
with
what I
that.
mean?
100%.
And when they go, "Oh, but what about his sell-on value?" I don't give a fuck
I agree.
about his sell-on
Not your
value.
job to balance the books.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Did we win the day? All right, great.
Yeah,
You know what I
like
mean?
if he comes in and the manager's already got a role for him, like in his mind, and he wants him, then you have to sort of see out that, don't you? And after maybe a year or so, if it's not working, then you can start questioning the manager. But you've got to let the manager get on with his job, and that's what he just said.
I'm surprised it hasn't worked out for Schneiderlin at Man United because when he was at Southampton, he was absolutely top draw.
I think some players fit being at certain clubs, don't they? And when they go to a big club, like the very pinnacle, they just get lost in it all. And because let's be honest, if you got Schneiderlin, who honest to God, I could walk past him in the street and I wouldn't know who he was. Yeah. And then someone gives you Pogba, and they're exactly the same player. Let's just say one's a walking advertisement for Adidas, and the other one's Mr. Grey. You're gonna take the walking advertisement for Adidas, aren't you? All day long. What are you trying to say? And it does say Adidas, yeah. And it's also grey, so I've mixed metaphors there or something.
He thinks about what he wears before he comes out.
I do. I'm fully ahead of this situation, but if the manager,
as opposed to Flav, it doesn't. He just gets stressed in the dark, and then comes out.
Nice socks though.
Flav just gets a 6-year-old child who's not his to pick his clothes for him.
You think this wasn't intentional?
You've coordinated with your laces, which I like.
Kind of, yeah.
Well, entirely. You've got mustard.
Yet another fucking episode of Social Club where my general attire
Is that your name? Is that your full first name? Is Flav or is it?
Yeah, I'm like a South American footballer. Yeah. Just got one name.
Be on the back
Is
of
it
the
Flav?
shirt.
Flavel. My surname's Flavel.
Flav.
And my first name's Gary, so it's fucking.
Yeah, no one wants to call anyone
Gary
Gary.
isn't as good as Flav, is it?
No.
I like Flav. It's better.
We all got arguably the most boring.
Flav.
All of us the most boring names
The name
in
Flav,
England.
though, it's the sort of name that would have those sort of shoes. Sort of,
in fact, in the room we've got the most generic English names in the room covered. Yeah. I think unless we had like a Fred, I think that's the only way we could make it more generic in terms of everyone who's got them.
You say that, but my name's a disciple of Jesus, so I think I'm one up on you.
And also one of the birdies, like Peter and Paul.
Well, there we go.
So thanks for watching Social Club.
Thanks for watching. So apparently about Everton, I think.
I'm surprised this doesn't get more views. You would have thought it's such a good banter.
We normally have more engaged guests.
Yeah.
So who aren't just on the phone looking for a brass.
It's strange.
That's normally you.
It's strange.
I'm always here.
You would think
That's half the fucking problem.
On your phone.
I got here at 1:30 and we didn't start till 3:30. That could have been 2 extra hours in bed for me.
Yeah.
Honest to God.
You're a disgrace.
I'm not a disgrace. I work nights, you tit.
Thanks for watching Social Club.
We don't all have fucking 3 channels, which but all you do is sit in there trying to get fucking Make TV off the ground. It's never gonna happen, mate. It's never gonna happen.
I've got more subscribers than the fucking MLS show. Shut up.
Oh, that's because that's Baz's channel.
Click my face to subscribe to Mates TV.
Click Baz's face and he'll
Click
fucking
Baz's face
punch you in the balls.
I've just done a video all day as well, so it's probably going to take off now. Good luck to you.
Just saying.
Best luck.
I went through London.
I'll do what I can. I'm not a miracle worker.
All the best.
You know what I mean?
The content's shit. The content's shit.
I'll like the video on
No,
Twitter.
but don't, let us know. We're going to be discussing Everton and what our clubs respectively need to sign in the January transfer window, so we will do a little bit more.
I was going to just flip this round and say, if this was your club, how would you feel about it?
Oh, no, absolutely raging.
Because,
because you're dead right, because You know what? Let's carry on for another minute because it's worth it.
Because we've really
In fact, you know what? No, because actually, no. We'll come back and come and watch the "What Does Your Club Need to Shine" video, which we'll be doing shortly because we'll definitely cover that. I think that's a very interesting point.